guys. There we are. We're a little bit lighter now. I know this is a little bit different than what we normally do. I'm probably going to look like I'm still looking off to the corner because it's weird. I've never been able to figure that out. But we are outside again today. And so for today, we have a special guest. And some of you, if you're watching, you might actually know who they are based on some of our Did You Know stuff. But we'll see in just a minute. So for right now, don't say who you are. And then in a little bit, we'll see if we find out. Allie is still here. Say hey, Allie. Yeah, we look backwards. So how is everybody today? I know I was a little bit late. I'm also gonna try in the middle of this video, where'd it go? To push that camera flippy button and see if it does. Actually, you know what? Before we get started, let's push it. You ready? We're gonna show you the yard in a minute. Hey, it's still working. Don't talk. It still did it. Okay, wait. Don't see my stuff yet. That's the trees. Okay, here we are. We're back again. That was pretty cool. Okay, so it doesn't cut off the stream if you go to the other view in the middle of your thing. So, this afternoon, I always say this morning, it's not children's church, but this afternoon on Did You Know, I have a couple of fun facts about archery. Did you know that if you like bows and arrows, hang on. We paused our broadcast, sorry. You can pause it apparently in the middle. Miss Nicole DeLine just asked if we were doing a Whitney's World. Yes, we are. We're here. So, did you know that if you like bows and arrows, you are called a toxophilite? Sounds weird. That's today's word, toxophilite. Toxin is Greek for bow and arrow, and phyllite comes from philos, which means to love. Allie just ran away and closed a window. So that's one bow and arrow fact. Another one is, did you know that a competition arrow, when shot, can actually go 3 times faster than the world's fastest animal, the cheetah? The world's fastest cheetah is recorded at 60 miles per hour, and a bow and arrow in competition, the arrow can actually go, hey Miss Gail, up to 150 miles per hour. Now, here's my other favorite one, because if I was like living in medieval times, this would be a job I would want. So, back in 1421, King Henry V ordered 500,000, 500,000 arrows to be made for his army, and he stored them in the Tower of London. And there was actually a guy, like they were guarded arrows. There was actually a guy, and his title was Keeper of the King's Arrows. I think that's a pretty neat job title. I would totally want to be that. So, today, if you have not guessed yet, we have 3 special guests, and with all of the archery questions, anybody got a guess? Wait, I'm gonna wave to Miss Gail, I think. I like being able to see this when I do it. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm gonna show you who they are. Don't look. There they are. Okay, now, you may have noticed, y'all are now on camera. It's not me anymore, thank goodness. You may have noticed that I have people at my house. Do not be alarmed. We are being very socially responsible. Maddie and I measured it earlier, and we are actually sitting a little more than 2 arrows distance away from each other. And well, they're already around each other all the time. So, Mr. Stephen Smith is with us too this afternoon. All right, so the reason I have Maddie and Michaela here, and Miss Michelle, is because Maddie and Michaela are both archers. And so I thought that today it might be kind of fun to do a little demonstration with their archery. So they were nice enough to come over and bring their stuff for us. So just for a minute, they're going to tell us a little bit of stuff. And Allie's back. Hey. All right. So Maddie and Michaela, how long have y'all been practicing archery?
I've done it for 2 years.
Maddie, 2? 5 years? What made you, okay, so Maddie, I'm assuming that watching Michaela do it and going with her made you interested in it. Michaela, what made you first want to do it?
Yeah, I guess it looked cool.
Was it The Walking Dead? It was The Walking Dead, wasn't it? No, I don't know.
You were doing it at King Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, was it from CentriKid?
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you
they
do
had
that for your
it.
tracks? How many tracks did you do it?
I know. I think I did it. I know I did at least one. I maybe did it too.
It might have only taken one Centra-Kid track to get to see. That's another way camp is good. Look at that. Michaela found a sport just by going to kids camp. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I take it there is no archery at Hammond High. Or is there? No. So this is an extracurricular, like you have to do it on your own.
They do it through 4. They do it through 4-H.
Oh, 4-H at school does it?
Yeah.
But Michelle, you and Billy are doing something different. Y'all are not 4-H?
We are 4-H. We're the 4-H coordinators for Aim High, and we're over the archery and shotgun. And so it's practicing and stuff. All the practices are done after school, but
it's still through the school board 4-H.
Parish 4-H.
Okay.
You don't have to have a 4-H at your school to do it.
Okay, so you can still do it. Ms. Julia Kemp said, hey.
Hey, Miss Cal.
But I told her yesterday that you were probably going to be here with us. So when y'all do it with 4-H, how many days a week on average does it take, like with actual 4-H? Do y'all have like a practice every week where everybody gets together? Or y'all just do it once a month? Or how often do y'all have to get together to do it? You have it once,
Probably once a week.
probably once a week? Okay, so aside from your once a week thing, how long do you have to practice? Like if you want to be super good, how long do you have to practice
Aside
every
from
day?
Once a week, probably 3 or 4 other times.
Probably 3 or 4 other days to it? Do you get tired of doing it? Do you ever threaten to shoot each other?
Yeah.
Have you ever shot each other?
No.
Maddie looked a little thoughtful on that one, like, but I imagined it a bunch of times. All right, so how many arrows, like how easily does an arrow break? Are they pretty hard? Like they're pretty...
Hit the other one and breaks each other.
If you like in the target, if you hit one, it breaks. But other than that, they don't just like snap real easy or anything, huh? They're pretty. What is your arrow? Is it like wood or steel or fiberglass or?
Fiber.
It's a fiberglass thing. All right, so
Get on your fingers.
it gets what?
If it gets on your finger, it will hurt.
Like the shaft part or the?
If it breaks and they go to pull it out.
Oh, that if it stabs you on that.
Because it's small fibers, so you don't like see it.
Is it girls? Sorry, someone might be bothering them. So remember when we were little and they had like the pink fiberglass insulation and in the attic and they would tell you not to mess with it? It's kind of like that where it gets like a bunch of, almost like little splinters kind of. Okay. So, both of y'all have bows. What kind of bow is this that y'all have? Those are a compound bow, which I learned earlier is not the same as a crossbow. Crossbow is the kind that looks like kind of Robin Hoody, Daryl-ish. It's the kind that has a piece that goes across, right? So this is the compound. It looks super complicated. It's got like all these little pulleys and stuff on it, which are pretty awesome. All right, so can somebody tell me some of the parts on the bow? And Maddie, you had some stuff on your arms earlier. Y'all are going to tell us all the parts. We've got all this good stuff. What's on your arms on that one? That's okay, so if it's that, I would say if that's the release, is that the one that you pull with, or, okay, so what's the one that's got the lots of buckles?
It's an arm guard.
So when you pull an arrow, you're going to hold it, which hand do you hold your arrow with?
I put this hand on the target.
That's the one you pull with? Okay, so I'm assuming that one on your arm that's like that one. Yeah. Is there because the string will pop it?
Yeah.
It'll.
The string might pop it if she doesn't hold it right. So it's just in case.
So, have you ever gotten popped by the string without an arm guard?
Yes.
It's bad? Does it make like a big whelp or anything?
Yeah, it can.
It's a bad one?
It'll peel the skin. if you do it too wrong, it'll mess you up.
It'll like scrape your skin off?
Yeah.
And
What?
have it with no arrow.
What?
I've done that a lot.
Alright, so on your bow,
Ask Dad about it.
Mr. Billy's done that before?
Really
Yeah,
bad.
really bad.
He has a scar. I think.
He's scarred from his
Like as an adult or from when he was a kid?
as an adult.
It hurts.
Was he showing y'all how to do it or something?
He was threatening
You don't say that a lot.
He was goofing off and he released it with no arrow and it scraped the hole.
Which you can mess up your bow if you really think, but he got lucky.
Oh no. Miss Lindsay says that they did archery in high school and they didn't give them arm guards and it hurts. I don't think we got to do archery. We did ballroom. Maybe we did. Coach Lyons, if you're out there, did we do archery? I know we did ballroom dancing and golf and track. I don't run, by the way. I still don't run, Coach Lyons. All right, so what are the different parts on your compound bow? It looks very complicated.
Here's the sight.
Okay, so when you buy, okay, I'm not moving any closer to Maddie. Okay, so that's the sight right there. Does it come with that, or you have to buy it afterwards?
No, you buy it separately.
You buy it separate? All right. So what are all the different parts? Those look so complicated. All right, so what's all the different stuff? What is that big pole right there?
This.
That one that's on Michaela's, that big pole thing. What is that?
A stabilizer.
Where does it go when you put it against your stomach or something?
No, it goes out and helps you
it
keep
goes
balance.
out. Oh?
Did you get the other one?
There's
too?
one in the front and
Yeah,
there's one in the
there was
back.
one in the back too.
Oh my gracious.
Maddie has one in the
But
front.
it's tinier because
Yeah. And there's one in the back with more weight to help me keep balance.
How heavy is that thing?
This one's really heavy. This one's light.
How heavy is the bow? There we go. Hang on. I think we're back. We're still back. Sorry, guys.
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm taking it yours is heavier than Maddie's.
Yeah. It was heavy when I first got this one, but now it doesn't feel as heavy.
So you just get used to it?
Yeah.
All right. So, arrows. How many arrows do you usually have with you at all times?
at least 6, I would say.
At least 6. I usually have 8.
Usually have 8? Okay, so what are the different parts on the arrows? The only part I know is there's a shaft and there's the pointy end, but I'm pretty sure it's not called the point.
Okay, so this is the tip. This is
The tip, there you go.
shaft. These are the fletchings, and this is the knock.
Okay. So the knock is the part with the little groove that goes on the string, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so other than bows and arrows, and other than an arm guard, there's like a whole cool little chair thing with a bunch of stuff in it. So it's not just as simple as grabbing a bow and an arrow. There's like all kinds of stuff. What's some of this stuff in there? First of all, it's a chair after my own heart. It's got a pocket in it. All right, so what are those?
These are binoculars to help
But-
you see the target. If
So
it's
you
like
look-
an animal target.
So you look first, then you put those down.
Yeah.
All right. Can you still see it through the sight on your bow, though, afterwards? That just helps you kind of find the general spot first.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got in there?
This is the range finder. It helps you see like how far away something is. It tells you the exact distance of a target,
Oh.
and it can see meters and yards.
Okay, so if it tells you the exact distance, do you sometimes have to switch arrows, like to go a farther distance or anything? You just have to pull farther or something?
Switch.
You switch your sight. You can adjust your. Well, mine adjusts, and then Maddie's has multiple pins, but they fell out.
All right. But you just adjust it to according to how far it is.
Yeah.
So when you're doing competition, do you have to do that for some of the targets, or that's just like if you're hunting and stuff on your own?
For competition, they have different distances.
And you have to look with those first?
Yeah. For the animal targets, for the other targets, they tell you ahead of time like what the distance is.
But then sometimes, so wait, y'all shoot animal targets and other targets, but they don't tell you where the animal targets are. You have to go find them?
You follow like a track.
They don't tell you the distance.
Yeah, they don't tell you the distance. You use a range finder.
to find it.
Well, there you go.
And for some age levels, you guess what distance it is. Like you estimate.
So they're like hidden in the woods and stuff? Like you walk around in the woods, or they're out
Walk
in the
around,
field?
like on a track. They have numbers.
It's a numbered thing in
And
the
you walk
woods, and you have to
around.
go find them. And sometimes they have to shoot around trees and things like that.
So
Awesome.
it's like practice.
Did you ever want to play like Legolas and like try to go down the tusk of an elephant and shoot stuff while you're doing it? That was Ethan's favorite part. Legolas was the cool archer, wasn't he?
I don't
No,
know.
wait.
Robin Hood.
Wait.
And Meredith.
Yeah, Legolas was Orlando Bloom. He just had white hair. Yeah, he got on the top of the elephant, and then they had the big tusks, and he like went whoosh and slid up the tusk of the elephant, and he was shooting orcs the whole time. It's in Lord of the Rings. In case you're looking for a movie for tonight. All right. So I don't have any animal targets unless you want to try to go for Poe and Peanut, but they move. So although right now they're not really moving, they're just kind of sleeping. But anyway. Michaela and Maddie and Miss Michelle were nice enough to bring us a traditional target, and so I'm going to stand a little closer but not very close, and they're going to shoot at the target for us. You ready? All right, girls, go for it. I'm going to follow y'all. Oh. I'm not going to come real close. I'm going to come right about here. Actually, I may try to come stand behind y'all. Let's see. We want a good shot of the arrows. Okay, so here we go. We're going back in the yard some. Do y'all need an umbrella handler? I would say we learned that sometimes they're like celebrities and people have to follow them around with an umbrella and hold it over them because of the sun. All right, so here's where they are. About how far do you think that target is? 15, how many?
It's 15 yards. They measured.
That's only 15 yards? That looks a lot farther. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot farther.
That type of target is called a feeder target.
A FITA?
Feeder.
All right, Maddie. We're ready when you are. Take your time. She's getting all duded up. Is this like golf and you have to be really quiet?
Usually.
Okay. Did it go in? Okay, so we're going to walk up there and see where they are in just a minute. However many y'all want. Is it in there?
It is.
I can't see them. My eyes are so bad. I have on glasses, and I still can't see it. Miss Michelle says it hit yellow. That really does look farther than just 15 yards.
I shoot 50 meters.
All right, so that's your 3? Good job. I can't tell where they are yet because I'm that blind. But I'm going to walk up there in a minute. All right, here's Michaela. I told Allie, I said, I feel like I have to talk quiet like we're doing golf.
You want me to get mine for comparison to see how far
It
She
is
won't do
really
it in a
quiet on
second.
the range.
That I saw where it went. Okay, here she goes with another one. One, you got one more. I'm gonna come get a good shot of your bow. All right, so that was 3 for you, 3 for Maddie? All right, let's go see how it looks. We're going to walk over here to the backyard. We're just going to tour the backyard today. Derek's rebuilding a treehouse. Wow. You girls did great. Look at that. Y'all did awesome. All right, so whose arrows are whose?
These are mine. I'm white and green. Yeah, I'm green and orange.
Maddie's are like
Girls, that is awesome. That is really, really good. Look, I'm going to go low so y'all can see. So, Michaela, that was a bullseye. Is that what they, is that?
That would be a 10x. When they hit in that very center.
Yeah.
Like this right here is a 10,
Okay.
but if you hit in the center, it's considered a 10x.
That's like
a bonus type thing. If at the
That's
end,
how they break a tie.
yeah, if they break
Okay.
a tie and two people have the same score at the end, then they count how many X's you had.
all right. So that's when they say like hit the bullseye. That's kind of like what it is. That center
Yeah.
thing, a 10x. They don't ever call it a bullseye in archery. So where do we get bullseye from?
I don't know.
That's weird. That's not a thing.
No.
Huh. Well, so, number one, I really appreciate the archery demonstration. But I really appreciate y'all bringing your target to look at it, because that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. So, when I think Allie is bringing us a bow. This is a standard, very simple, what kind of bow?
Ethan has one, but they just stretched out.
Come this way. What is that? Just a regular longbow type thing? What is it? That's a very simple. That's like no pulleys, no fanciness. That one is very simple stuff. I think Allie was like 8 or 9 maybe. All right, so here's the thing. When you look at this target, apparently I've been lied to all my life, and that part is not a bullseye. That is actually a 10x. I feel deceived. I do. I feel like it was all my whole life. I'm like, what's real? I question everything now, because I really thought that was a bullseye. All right, but here's the thing. I'm getting back so I can still get you girls and your mama in there. A lot of people, when they try to describe sin, you've always heard it described as missing the mark. And that means what you're shooting for is that 10x right in the center. And anywhere you shoot that's not in that 10x has missed the mark of what you were aiming for. And so when Jesus died on the cross for us, and we just finished Holy Week, and when they say that he took all of our sins upon himself, anything that we do that misses that mark is a sin. But in the Bible it tells us that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. But the main part we always hear is the for all have sinned. Like it's supposed to make us feel better because everybody does it. So, I mean, everybody sins. So, I mean, it's not that bad. All people have sinned. And that's why we need to ask God for forgiveness for it. But I want to focus on that second part. That second part that says, and fall short of the glory of God. Because that's that center mark, that 10x that we're hoping for. That's that part that anything short of that is not in, hey baby, is not in the glory of God. So my question is this, Maddie and Michaela and Miss Michelle, when you first decided, hey, I think I want to do archery, like at Centric Kid Camp, did you know all the stuff that you know now about it? Did you know about compound bows and pulleys and arm guards and like the little plastic bag in case it rains and having to have a range detector and did you know all of that stuff? Nope. How did you learn that? Practice, right? And coaches. And if you're supposed to like practice 3 or 4 or 5 or sometimes even 6 days a week if you want to get really, really good at it, it's very frustrating to think that we as God's people don't always practice it 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 days a week. So how do we know what that mark is? Michaela can't come out here and Maddie can't come out here and shoot and do that well having never picked up a bow and arrow before. I mean, maybe if it's like a super fluke, but I'm going with they're probably not going to be that good having just picked up an arrow for the first time. But sometimes we expect to just say, oh, well, I went to church one time, so I'm covered. I know what to do. But that's not the way it works. The way it works is you have to pick that up every day. You have to study every day. You have to pray every day. You have to be in a constant conversation with God. Because when it says we fall short of his glory, that means that we're not hitting it exactly where he needs us to. And we can't expect to know what we're supposed to be doing and know what that mark is that we're supposed to hit if we never, ever, ever look. So today I would ask you to take a minute, to take a lot of minutes every day, not just today, but to try to seek what that mark is that God wants for your life. to try to seek what that 10x is that you're supposed to be aiming for. Because without it, you may not know what you're supposed to do. All right, girls, thank you. And I'm still far away, look. There's all the ground between us. Thank you, girls. I really appreciate you coming and bringing all your stuff and showing it for us so we can talk to everybody about it. Y'all want to say anything to anybody? Miss Gail's on here, Mr. Mackey. The Sekuliches are on. I'm looking to see how I can say hey to them.
You want to tell them that you missed them?
Miss April Rushing's on. Y'all tell Lauren, hey. Bye, guys. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us today, girls. Thank you for coming. And we're going to try really hard to get Mr. Derek to play Pictionary Friday. I don't know if he's going to go for it, but we're going to try. All right, you guys say bye?
Bye.
Bye.